Right, let's have a bit of fun. It is WTF Wednesday, and I did say last Wednesday that I was really hoping to be able to present a WTF Wednesday video that made me laugh rather than just made me annoyed or angry. Now, some of this stuff probably shouldn't make you angry, but some of it is so ridiculous that you can actually only laugh. So let's have some fun. Welcome to SHAPEFIXER. I'm Andrew. I'm a nutritionist and I'm a sportsman and a sports coach. And on Wednesdays, I make a video called WTF Wednesday. I'm going to talk about videos that have popped up on my YouTube feed, which are kind of along the theme of the kinds of things I talk about. And it's just to illustrate how aware we have to be and how on it we have to be to not get fooled or hoodwinked into watching stuff that is fake or misleading or a bit of a waste of our time. And, oh man, there is some out here. Oh, I said it already. I'm going to have to edit that out because I don't think YouTube wants me saying that. All right, so let's try to do this without cussing. Okay, the first video that I looked at was this one about fermented oats, right? Fermented oats reduce anti-nutrients using this double method. So now you've got this very complicated way of preparing and cooking your oats twice to reduce the anti-nutrients so that it isn't harmful to you and you cut down on the toxins. And my question is why? Why bother? If you're acknowledging what a lot of us already know, that oats are actually not very healthy and they're full of anti-nutrients, just don't eat them. Okay, so that's one. Then I saw another one that said, run faster, longer, which sounds like a great idea if you're into sport and you're into training. 5 exercises scientifically shown to make you run faster for longer. Now, the moment I see scientifically shown or scientifically proven, it puts me right off. And I'm a scientist. Because surely any training program that you use to improve your running or any other sport has been shown to work, and there's some science behind why you would be pursuing that particular program. So why there are suddenly 5 magical, scientifically shown exercises, this is nonsense. Okay, this is just clickbait to make you watch it. So there's that. Oh boy. Okay, so have a look at this. Fix this. It's weird, but it rebuilds your tendons in 30 days. Now you know just from looking at that it is nonsense. Because rebuilds what? And what's the level of damage? What's happened to the tendon? What's wrong with the tendon? How healthy are you anyway? 30 days? That's a very specific time period. This is just nonsense. But 2.5 million views in 1 month. So 2.5 million poor, desperate people with some kind of tendon injury are watching this garbage from a fitness YouTuber. Nothing else about him. What his qualifications are or what he knows. Good luck. He made a video, but really and honestly. Okay, so there's this weird stuff here. Anything that promises you a result in a very fixed time is nonsense because we're all different and things take longer or shorter depending on circumstances. Okay, and this one is again even better. It's 200 times more effective than walking. What? 200 times more effective? What does that mean? How do you measure how effective walking is for anything to then get 200 times more effective? I mean, this is ridiculous. Who is this person? Somebody who calls himself Dr. Mike Diamonds. So I did a little search. Calls himself doctor, but apparently he is a fitness influencer, a medical student, so not a doctor, and an online entrepreneur. Okay, whatever that means, Moscow-based. But he appears to be American, he's got an American accent. So I suspect there's something really odd about that. So we won't be taking that one too seriously. Then there is this poor guy with this channel called Dr. Alex. And I'm going to put a couple of his thumbnails up here as well. One move, 52% less sugar. Do this move immediately after eating and reduce your blood sugar by 52%. Okay, 52% is an incredibly specific number to reduce your blood sugar by. Also, your body maintains your blood sugar in a very fixed range unless you have diabetes. So if you reduce your blood sugar by 52%, you're probably going to pass out and have a medical event. So that's a little bit odd. Then there's another one by him. Here we go. The habit I never expected. This anti-aging habit that adds 7.5 extra years to your life. Again, a very specific number that you couldn't possibly prove or disprove or measure, but it's just some habit and suddenly you live 7.5 years longer. It's ridiculous. So I went to look up Dr. Alex, and it turns out that there really is a Dr. Alex. And he has a YouTube channel, and he is saying that he regularly gets hijacked by some AI creator or some bot somewhere who uses his likeness to produce AI versions of him and make fake videos. So maybe the ones I saw were just those fake ones, but you can tell by the ridiculous claims and the ridiculous numbers. It's clickbait, it's crap. You can't be believing this stuff. Okay, but the best one, a friend drew my attention to a video on YouTube, and I guess because I'm on a ketogenic diet, I prescribe a ketogenic diet, I recommend it highly to all my clients, and as much as possible a carnivore-orientated version of a ketogenic diet, which is even better. And he sent me a video with a thumbnail claiming that there was some magic protein or some magic fruit or berry that would magically increase your muscle mass over the age of 70, which of course is the age where sarcopenia becomes a real issue, and we do lose body mass as we age if we don't keep exercising those muscles. And I had a look at this channel. My goodness me. Over 20,000 subscribers to this channel. It's called Ageless Strength. Don't subscribe to it. It is an AI channel completely. 10,000 times better than eggs. Build muscle overnight. This fruit protein, okay, so there's a protein in fruit, which is rubbish because fruit is water, sugar, and fiber with very little protein in it. But somehow there's a protein in a magic piece of fruit that will build your muscle overnight. So that's great because you can be asleep. 10,000 times better than eggs? What? 10,000 times what? I mean, oh God, kill me. 99% of seniors don't know. If you're over 70, this seafood protein builds muscle better than eggs. Oh, it's a seafood protein in this video. 98% of seniors don't know. Over 60, drink these 4 teas to rebuild muscle. And video after video after video. And they're all AI. They're all AI generated videos. You can see that. There isn't a real person anywhere in any of these videos. It is total and utter garbage. So it's funny, I guess, because it's so ridiculous, but it's not funny because thousands and thousands of people watch this stuff and subscribe to the channel. Now, you can watch it out of interest or watch it by accident and go, oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's fine. But if you're subscribing, it means you think it's legitimate and it's going to be useful and it's good advice and it's somehow based on science, and it's not. It's ridiculous. So when it seems too good to be true, it probably is. When you don't see a real person, when you look at the channel description and there's no mention of who owns the channel, there's no way you can double check that that person is a real person, where I go and find a Moscow based health influencer masquerading as a black American doctor. You know, you can get to the bottom of these things. Anyway, there's some real garbage out there, and it's kind of sad. But it again speaks to the fact that we have to look after our own health and take responsibility and learn. We have to learn as much as we can to understand the metabolism and understand your biology, because then you can often see that it is complete rubbish. You can't eat a berry and then go to sleep and wake up with nice big muscles because you've been eating this magic berry in the night. That's just stupid. You need to eat proper protein, you need to get your inflammation down, you need to do exercise. There are no shortcuts, there are no magic bullets. That's my rant for this Wednesday. Just be very careful, be very aware, cross-check things, question things, and just look for some hint of legitimacy. And when it looks like AI, it's AI. People are using AI now to produce all sorts of absolute rubbish. And you need to try and be sure that you're getting your advice from people who are qualified and understand something and can explain it to you in a way that makes sense according to the science and the logic and the experience and the experimentation and the data. Okay, so that's my rant for this week, is all the crap that's out there in the social media space that we're supposed to sift through before we can actually get to the bottom of anything. It's terrible. Anyway, what I would say to you is subscribe to this channel. Hey, at least I'm real. And when I do get things wrong, I will say that I got things wrong and I will correct them, because of course I'm going to get some things wrong. Nobody knows everything. Science doesn't know everything. There are things that I've done in videos 2 years ago that I've had to amend or add to or make a follow-up about, because we discover new things, and that's brilliant. So if you find anything in any of my videos that you don't agree with, question me, send me an email, andrew@shapefixer.com, and maybe you could be the motivation behind me making another video, and we all learn together. Right, that's me for this week. I will see you back here next Wednesday when I have a little whinge about something else. But I'll be making other videos before that are educational, helpful, motivating, and interesting. So please subscribe to our channel. See you soon.